This is episode 86 of Family Life Mornings, a morning radio show hosted by Steve, Therese, and Randy on Family Life, a network of stations across New York and Pennsylvania. Our podcast, well, some of the more funny moments from the week.
I wish I had some orange jokes to insert. I'm
Just concentrate.
Concentrate. Okay.
Concentrate and stick around for some more appealing moments.
Nutritious and delicious.
Just like Fruit Loops. This is Family Life Mornings.
You get a pretty good night's sleep, but then you wake up and you're groggy. Why is it? It might have to do with the sound of my alarm, because I pick something that bursts me out of bed, like that. But they say that you want something that's a little more of a trill versus a trumpet. You want something more melodic, that when you have a melodic alarm, you kind of wake up more gently, maybe come out of a sleep cycle gently, and then you're not so groggy, you're more refreshed. And so I'm definitely going to need a new alarm sound.
I wish we had one of those to let you know.
Why, hello there.
Oh, there's our alarm.
It's time to get up.
Yes. That's a great Family Life morning. Does anybody have their copy of that?
I'm going to get that on my phone, because I'm thinking if I woke up with that, I would be in a great mood every single day, right?
Yes, exactly.
Thanks for making us a part of your day. We're a friend you can turn to. Family Life.
Four guys had just finished up a business trip, and they were heading to the airport to fly home, and they saw a good deal on the side of the road where they could buy a crate of oranges, and they like oranges, so they bought the crate. Got to the airport, found out it was going to cost $50 extra in baggage fees, and they didn't really have that money. They didn't want to spend that money. So the guys decided, well, we don't want to waste the fruit, so let's go ahead and eat it.
All of them?
In 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
These guys ate 66 pounds of oranges. Wow. They got on the plane, and to a person, they said, "We never want to eat an orange again."
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
That many oranges. That does not sound appealing.
No. I wish I had some orange jokes to insert.
Just concentrate.
Concentrate. Okay. Oh, I feel the squeeze.
If it's too early for you to start thinking about real life, it's okay. You can hang out with us as long as you want.
This is Family Life Mornings.
You think you're so funny, but I just read some research that might negate that. I just found out that men are not actually funnier than women. Wow. But people think men are funnier because they attempt more jokes. So on a percentage basis, a woman's joke would probably actually be more likely to be funny.
I get you. That's interesting.
See what I'm saying? But you try a lot.
Well, it's interesting you bring that up, because we received an email not long ago here at Family Life Mornings, and it's from Joseph, so I can only assume that's a male. Joseph writes this, and it's labeled, the topic subject line is dad joke.
See, there's nothing like a mom joke, right?
That's true. I've never gotten a mom joke email or text. Anyway, here's the dad joke from Joseph. Says, when I was young, I loved the snow. Not so much anymore. I guess I'm not really a big snowman.
Remember how I said that men are more likely to attempt jokes?
Right. Big snow. Yeah.
That was a nice attempt, Joseph.
Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for the next woman joke.
My name is Jane Smith.
All right, go for it.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
To knock on the fool's door.
Well,
so much for that research theory.
Yeah.
Knock, knock.
Oh, boy, it's not over yet.
Who's there?
All right, you go ahead, Randy. Randy said who's there.
It's a chicken.
That is really funny. It really is. It was one of those delayed things that took me a couple of seconds to get into it. That is hysterical.
If you can't say it in front of your kids, you won't hear it on Family Life Mornings.
So you take what God gives you. Now, what are you going to do with his blessings? We take a step back and say, I can't imagine the empty feeling of going out to getting in your car and realize your car's not there. It's gone. And it happened in one neighborhood where there were 5 carjackings. 5 people who went out to look for their car. It wasn't there, never to be found again. So you have what God gives you. What are you going to do with his blessings? Well, a guy who owns a car lot knew exactly what to do. He invited those 5 victims over to the car lot, and he simply gave them free replacement cars. So you have God's blessings. What are you going to do with it today?
Fun conversation, good music, and something to think about. Family Life Mornings.
People say God will meet you in every situation again and again. And I don't know, I think some situations really, can God be in the middle of that? Leslie is out shopping. She gets back into her car, and this guy gets in the passenger's door. He puts a gun to her head and tells her to drive. She's being carjacked. I mean, I can't imagine a more terrifying feeling. She doesn't know what to do as she's driving, so she starts talking to God. She starts praying, just like out loud in her car, just having a conversation with God. Then she reaches for the radio, and she had Christian music playing. And so now Christian music is in the car, and she's praying to God. And she says to the carjacker, you know, you can't outrun the love of Jesus. So he makes her go to the bank, take out some money. He takes the money, and as he gets out of the car, he says, God bless you. What? And off he runs. Now, the police were able to apprehend this guy. And I'm just thinking he's going to end up in some prison ministry program that Leslie planted some seeds, and they're going to get watered behind bars. But it's true. God will meet you in any situation.
Starting your day with a smile and a dose of encouragement, too. Family Life Mornings.
Well, at the Super Bowl, Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan LJ was sitting next to Frank, who was rooting for the Kansas City Chiefs. And LJ admits that he started trash talking Frank right after the first score, and Frank kind of didn't retaliate and sat there quietly, so LJ felt a little bad. Bought him some food, but Frank refused to eat it. And he really pretty much sat there quietly the whole game because it wasn't a good game for his Chiefs. Well, LJ is feeling bad now, and he wants to show Frank some Tampa Bay hospitality. So he's trying to locate Frank. He's actually asking for help on social media to find out where in the Kansas City area Frank lives. Because LJ says, you know, football has really helped provide an escape for this difficult year, and it's brought people together no matter which team they're rooting for. And so he wants to bring Frank back to Tampa Bay next football season and have him be a guest at one of the games. He'd also actually like to meet Frank because Frank was a cardboard cutout.
Frank!
He didn't say a thing, did he?
Friendship's so two-dimensional.
We can't always take your call, but we will see your text if you send a message to 888-413-4156.
This is Family Life Mornings.
The man is a sinner, and he comes from a long line of sinners. You can't help it. His name is Yannick Sinner. He's from Italy, and that's his name. His last name is Sinner. He's ranked 32nd in the world in tennis, and recently at the Australian Open, he was playing in a match, and even though he's 32nd in the world, he's apparently number 1 in the heart of insects. Because there was a delay in the match he was playing, he stopped play, walked over gently, and the announcer saw that Yannick Sinner had gathered up a moth on his racket and walked the moth over to drop it off to the chair umpire. Now, Sinner did go on to lose the match in 5 sets, but he obviously is doing good, and obviously, despite being a sinner, knows Matthew 6 about storing up treasures in heaven where neither moth nor rust will destroy.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen.
You know we're friends because we're already on a first-name basis. It's Family Life Mornings with Steve, Therese, and Randy from Family Life, a friend you can turn to.
Have you ever been to a deli or ordered a sub and you take that first bite and you're like, Man, that's so good. I mean, it's just a sandwich, but it's like it tastes so good. It has to do with how our brains work when we prepare our own food, especially with sandwiches. When you make your own, you see all the layers go into it. You kind of begin to anticipate what it's going to taste like. And when you take that first bite, it's not so like, wow. It's just kind of like, oh, yeah, that's what I expected that was going to taste like. And so I thought this would be a neat thing for maybe you and Randy. You know, you could strike a deal to say, hey, I'll make your sandwich and you make mine. And so, Randy, since you're going to be making Steve's lunch today, I just want to make sure you have peanut butter, tuna fish, and turkey.
Turkey.
Oh,
Man, I just can't imagine anyone anticipating what that's going to taste like.
Family Life Mornings, the nicest way to start your day on Family Life.
Getting your kids to do chores around the house can be like pulling teeth sometimes. But one mother has been called a genius for getting her son to help out. He walked into the living room and he said, I noticed the password to the Wi-Fi's been changed. What is the new password? And she looked at her son and she said, clean your room first. He let out a big sigh. Okay. And he went off to work on his bedroom. Came back about an hour later, and I laughed at that because I thought, man, his room must have really been a mess if it took him an hour. He says, okay, I'm all done. What's the new password? And she looked at him and she said, clean your room first. And he said, I just did that. What's the new password? And she said, clean your room first. All lowercase, no spaces.
all moms are geniuses, aren't they?
If you stick around long enough, this will all start to make sense.
It's Family Life Mornings with Steve, Therese, and Randy.
When you want to say to somebody, you are cute, and you want to use as few letters as possible, you say it with a conversation heart, right?
Of course.
LOL and kiss me. Yes, but those hearts, well, wasn't it last year you couldn't even buy them? And they're back this year, and it's like kind of a big deal. People are really excited about their return for Valentine's Day. And the box even says classic flavors. I was like, flavors? I don't remember them having much flavor at all. So I did some digging. I found out what the classic flavors are.
Good, finally.
There's wild clayberry, right? Wild clayberry is back. Tropical drywall has returned. There's the Chuck Lovers flavor, the plaster surprise, and don't forget the attic citrus.
Oh,
Yep.
love that.
That leaves a certain kind of flavor in your mouth.
Memories.
God gives us each new morning. We give you the encouragement to get through it. This is Family Life.
I love you whether it's snowy or sunny.
Because you're so very sweet and funny.
My love for you goes further than the deepest sea.
I can't wait to see what we will be.
When I'm with you, my heart gets all puffy.
So give me time to get ready so I don't look scruffy.
How many days I love thee from Monday to Sunday.
And each and every day that I get will always be a fun day.
A love like ours could only be sent from above.
On the wings of angels to my one and only true love.
You go, and it's the world's most unique Valentine's Day poem. Wendy, thank you for finishing so well. There's not a dry eye in
Happy Valentine's Day, Wendy!
It's not a dry eye, I think, because everyone's laughing. I know it because I'm driving on 81 to work and people are starting to stare at me. That's pretty normal because I listen to you every morning and I'm always laughing in the car by myself for 25 miles on the way into work.
I work with two other people, and I'm always laughing just by myself, too.
I know. You're one of the reasons why.
Steve, Therese, and Randy. Because you can never have enough friends. We're Family Life, a friend you can turn to.